Hey guys, this is the third time I'm hitting record. Um, the first time I hit record, I noticed that the camera wasn't pointed where it normally is, and nobody comes in here, so how is it moved? Um, so I had to restart. And then when I restarted, I'm talking about how I feel like I need to do a reading, but I don't know what it's about, and I don't feel like turning on the lights. And as I start talking in the second recording, I start coughing. Like I can't, having difficulty talking. like, um, so I'm feeling like this reading is about somebody having difficulty speaking up, staying in the shadows, hiding in plain sight. So let's see what this is about. Alright, so if it's someone hiding in plain sight, they're acting like everything's fine, but it's not. So I'm going to use this deck to see what is on the surface level, and then I'm going to use my shadow deck for clarifiers. Alright. We got the Page of Pentacles. Alright, pages are the student. They're learning. So it would make sense to not be saying anything. Pages can bring messages, but that's only after they've learned something or have something to share or maybe something to question. But this is the energy of a page that's just kind of, do I want to say timid? You don't have to be a timid person to have a timid aspect to yourself. Because whatever this is something you feel like you can't speak or express. And it doesn't, it doesn't feel like this is like a common thing. Like it doesn't feel like you're not someone that's not capable of talking. You're capable of talking. But this particular situation. All right, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So at the center of this reading, there's this energy of trying to get out of the shit. Trying to get to what feels better. It's like you're not asking for much. You just want better. Seven of Pentacles is kind of trying to evaluate where you are with your growth. Is it time to harvest? Is it time to take action? Or does this need more time? If it needs more time, it needs more nurturing. You can't just ignore it. And if it needs to be harvested, if it's harvest time, you still have to take action. You can't ignore it. You have to do something. And that's pretty much what this Queen of Swords is saying. She's like, get it done. Whether it's working on your own shit before taking action or taking action, you have to take action. Get it done. If you've got to do the shadow work, do the shadow work. If it's time to go, it's time to go, and you know it. If it's time to harvest, get it while the getting's good. All right, let's pull some clarifiers. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups. With the Magician at the bottom. But this Magician isn't manifesting. This Magician's trying to manipulate. Trying to manipulate. All right, and this Eight of Pentacles, he broke what he was working on because he got distracted. With the Queen of Cups here. This is an imbalanced Queen of Cups. She's not... She's like two in her emotions. Her emotions are chaos. Now, if this is you, and you got two in your emotions, and you got distracted, and you broke something that was of value. Huh. It's not harvest time. It's not harvest time. And that's what you're learning. That's what you're learning right now. It's not harvest time yet, but you gotta fix what you broke. You gotta fix what you broke so you can bring this to fruition. Now, if this Queen of Cups is an energy outside of you, and either you or this Queen broke, it's like this connection was valuable and it got broken. But see, this plant isn't dead. This plant isn't dead. So whether this is something within you or something external to you or both, it needs to be nurtured. It needs to be nurtured so it can be brought to harvest. Brought to fruition so it can be harvested and enjoyed. That's what it was meant for. I'm hearing that's what it was meant for. Why else would you be planting it and still looking at it and still trying to figure it out? And underneath this Page of Pentacles is a Three of Wands. Oh, and the Lovers. And the Lovers. We're not going to go any further than that. We're just going to... Because if you go further, you can keep going further than that. You can go through the whole friggin' deck. Learn what you need to learn so you can bring this to fruition, because you want to go. You want to go because this is something that you love. And it's your choice whether you go after it or not. That's what the Lovers is. It's a choice. Is it a choice that you can't live without? Is it a choice that you can live with? You want to go. You want to go for it, but something went wrong at some point. But there's still hope here. There's still hope. All right, let's pull clarifiers for the Six of Swords. That Magician I was trying to manipulate, that was at the bottom of the deck. Pay attention to if you're trying to manipulate or if you're trying to manifest. If you're trying to manipulate, it's an abuse of power. If you're trying to manifest, you're utilizing the tools that you have. You have all the tools you need. So you don't need to manipulate anything. All right, Six of Swords. Yeah. This Ten of Pentacles. This could have been great, but this is what it turned into. This goes really deep. This goes way back. This goes into childhood. This child doesn't represent a child outside of yourself. This child represents an inner child, a wounded child. The wounded child is what made this Ten of Pentacles fall apart. Oh, that's heavy, guys. That feels real heavy. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do these readings without getting these, like I feel these, like, waves come over me, and I'm just like, oh. It's like, I don't want you guys to have to listen to my huffing and puffing and sighing all the time. Because in this energy, you're already hearing enough of your own. Yeah, the Six of Swords is trying to move away from... See, we've got the Emperor here, but this is not an Emperor in his power. This is an Emperor in his ego. This isn't an Emperor having control. This is an Emperor trying to make control. But that shit's... It's like that magician that's trying to manipulate. You're not in control. That shit's an illusion. That's smoke and mirrors. That shit's an illusion. That's not real. This Emperor is out of balance because his demons are still lurking beneath the surface. And those demons are connected to this wounded child. In the past, an experience or experiences happened that really hurt a younger version of yourself. And that younger version of yourself never goes away. Even when you heal it, that younger version of yourself will never go away, but at least when it's healed, you guys can work together. But right now, it's like a demon lurking beneath the surface. Because if you ignore your demons, if you ignore your wounds, you're ignoring a child. And that child is you. Six of Swords is mental clarity. If you want this Six of Swords, if you want to move into calmer waters, you have to stop trying to manipulate control and actually be in control by facing what's lurking beneath the surface. Because it's there. Even if you're sleeping peacefully, it's still always there, awake. And it is hurting. It is hurting. And it's being ignored, while the older version of yourself, the you now, this is your masculine energy, this is your feminine energy. They're not in agreement with each other. And they're completely neglecting this child. This doesn't make you a bad person. This isn't who you are. This is what happened to you. And unfortunately, no one else can fix it for you. You have to be the one to do it. And it's scary because it's like the adults around you as a child didn't give you the proper guidance that you needed in order to even have full awareness of this aspect of yourself, because they weren't aware of themselves. Because your masculine and feminine energies now are a version of your parents or your caregivers. The masculine and feminine energies that were around you when you were growing up, the ones that were around you when you were in trauma, the ones that were around you whether you were supported or not supported. All of those people affected you, and they become a part of who you are. You have to go inwards and connect with this child, connect with your masculine and feminine energy, and connect with the masculine and feminine energies of the people that were around you when you were younger. And start differentiating between all of them. And inside your head won't feel like such a mess anymore. Because like in your head, the voices of all these people, the child version of you, the you now, and other people from the past, the voice in your head sounds like yours. And it can kill you. It's just like, I just can't anymore. All right, let's move on to the Queen of Swords. I have the Page of Pentacles. Didn't I say we had? Yeah, this is a page, but this is a page that hasn't learned something yet. It's trying to learn, but it hasn't quite gotten, it's not ready to speak yet. It's not ready to speak yet. This page isn't even looking at it. Neither is this one. In most decks, the page is holding up the pentacle and looking at it. It's like, wow, like what is this thing of value? What can I learn about it? In both these pages, neither page is looking at it. Because the lesson of value here is in your shadow, and it's in you, and it's a scary part of you. And if we go back to over here where I was saying, if this is a part of you, like if this Queen of Cups is in you or outside of you, if any of these energies are outside of you, these things lurking beneath the surface within you will bring out things lurking beneath the surface in others. So if this Queen of Cups was in balance once upon a time, coming into contact with someone who hasn't worked on this can trigger theirs. And they can either work on it or they can start breaking shit like you did. And then the cycle's just going to continue. Ripple effect. But you have the power to change this. Be the magician that manifests not manipulates. Be the emperor that's empowered, not trying to manipulate people and control people. You can be in power without controlling people. You can inspire people. A true emperor, I feel like, doesn't have to. People listen to him because they don't feel manipulated by him. They look up to him. You have the ability to be someone that the world can look up to. But you also have the ability to completely fucking ruin that. That's the gift of free will. That's the gift of free will. All right. Queen of Swords. Death. Something must come to an end for something new to begin. But if we're reluctant to that, there's just going to be chaos everywhere we go. Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands isn't doing shit. Knight of Wands can be so passionate and so driven. But this one is not motivated. The Queen of Swords is trying to tell you, like, allow things to come to an end. If you don't, you're going to keep this cycle going. You're going to create chaos. And it's going to kill your motivation. It's going to kill your drive. And you're not going to be able to get to what it is you're trying to create. Your passion's not going to be in it. Your passion's going to be dead. Because there's a negative and a positive aspect to death. When something dies, it's reborn. But it's the old version of it is gone. And if the old version of you is ignoring a child, your inner child, and has demons lurking beneath the surface, why wouldn't you want to transform that? Why wouldn't you want to end that? Why wouldn't you allow the death of that? Because when you're reborn, during the transformation, that's when you connect with your inner child. That's when you start doing the shadow work. And then that shadow work turns you into the phoenix that rises from the ashes and lights up the whole fucking world. Because you have the Emperor energy. You have the power to have the world look up to you. This is a very shadowy reading. No wonder I felt like I had to keep the lights off. No wonder I was coughing when I was originally trying to record this video. Like, it's just like, energy just feels so blocked. But this reading should bring a light into that shadow. Awareness is light. Awareness is light. So, baby steps. Turn the light on a little more at a time. I don't even feel like I should pull an oracle. It's like I want to lighten up the mood and try and get something inspiring, but the inspiration here is you. But some of you don't believe that. Some of you don't believe that. Why? Why? There's a part of you that knows. There's a part of you that knows, or you wouldn't be watching this video, and you certainly wouldn't be watching it to the end where I'm saying this. There's a part of you that fucking knows the truth, knows your power. But that part of you is buried underneath that broken child. And all the other shit that's piled on top of it, all the other opinions and rules from external forces that you took on as your own. But I'm going to wrap this up here. I am sending so much loving energy out with this video. Have faith in yourself. Believe in yourself. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.